Okay, family, I'm about to play this video. I was sitting there thinking about it. I wanted to play the whole out video so you can hear everything about social services. Let me tell you something about these people, man. One thing you gotta understand is that they do not care about your kids. They don't care, especially if you Aboriginal. You Aboriginal, please believe that the whole agenda is okay. We're not going to destroy you, but we're going to change the mindset. We're going to make sure that the mindset is to agenda that we want to situate it with. So what they're doing is they're using this fake legal system that's not for you at all. Even though we should learn the law so we can learn how to fight a little bit better in court. But don't get it twisted at all. It's not for us at all. They're using the legal system to gain leverage on us. You know what I mean? In the way it works. And that's something that we got to combat on our own. So I want to show you how Val messed up. You're gonna hear the lies. How they say how she says one thing, switches it up, knowing that they wasn't supposed to get snatched up for no reason, nothing at all. Tell me it's okay for my daughter, who's like now she's 6 years old, still in the system, been there for almost 2 years. I haven't spoken to them for over 9 months. How they gonna say that it's okay for my daughter to sleep in the bed with another man, and I don't even know who he is, knowing that violate all the rules and regulations of social services, called the police on my other son because he didn't want to be there 5 times, and then sent him to a mental hospital, and then threatened him to stay there, and then coerced him to say that, oh yeah, my brother, who is only 12 years old now, did this and did that and sexually molested. They gonna say that my kids was sexually molesting each other and all that. This is how loose they are. This is how loose they really have become. That they called my son, who's 12 years old, sexually molestator. But mind you, they saying that they knew about it a year and a half ago, but just brought it up now, and they dropped the ball on it. But they brought it up now, and they decided that they wanted to tell me this. After you call the police on my son and you send him in the mental hospital. This is some crazy shit. And everybody think everybody always lying. This is your neighborhood social services. So that's why I say I don't care what nobody say. And they can feel how they want to feel. They need to be treated like a natural born enemy that they are. Straight up. You see them in the street, that's the person. Y'all get mad at the child molester in a white van, where you got the child molester and the child kidnapper in the Department of Social Services. So you need to get mad at them too. Look at them like how they are. And the funny thing is, they got these Negro women that they're recruiting. That's who they're recruiting, the Negro women. Check this video out, because you need to go out an all-out war. If we start fighting back dirty the way they fighting dirty, I guarantee you it'll change up. Because they got to remember one thing. They are not government officials, and they do got to go to like the Walmarts and all that shit too. Check this out and tell me what you think.
Like, he's an outcast, and he's, was treated differently than the other two. So,
my son has. See, the thing is with me personally, I can't speak about everybody else when they're around them, but I know for a fact that they grow up as brothers and sisters. They always played with each other. They always went outside together. We did everything together. I would take them out when me and Emily was around. I would take them out one at a time to spend that individual time with them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, right, like I told, like my son likes different things, and then Xavier likes different things. But I made sure that, so it's not that he's feeling like an outcast. It's just that he knows what the police is. He knows that the foster care parents called the police on him. So to him, he's like, oh, they don't like me. Because he told me this. See, my son told me things over the phone that they have done. Because, like, I was gonna email you, because the report that we had back in 2013, I think it was, or 2014, when there was a allegation that they was beating, spanking the kids. I was gonna request that report from the first time. And then, just like they told me, they said that Sarai was sleeping in the bed with Bobby Crow while Mrs. Crow was at work when she used to work at Walmart overnight. So it's always an out.
I will tell you that Soraya will crawl in bed with them in the middle of the night. Like, like all kids, like, they want to, they sneak in the middle of the night. She has done that.
But that's not, the way I was raised, no, she didn't do that with me. She doesn't sleep in the bed with me. The most I would do was bring her bed from upstairs to my room and have her bed next to my bed. I did that maybe once or twice in the 2.5 years they was with me. Soraya never slept in. If she slept in my bed, that means I was like doing chores around the house and she's sleeping in the bed by herself. Because I always told her, you do not sleep in the bed with no guys. Mm-hmm. That's how I told them. So I don't agree with that at all, period. Because I know Bobby Crow cried like that was his daughter when she was coming back with me. So that's why I was like, oh, nah. That's one of the reasons why, like, because they're telling me that, the boys are telling me that they was getting Benadryl to go to sleep because Xavier used to act out, and then Soraya used to sleep in the bed with Bobby Crow at night. Nah, I wasn't digging that. I wasn't agreeing with that at all, period. Mm-hmm. And then when I would give them, that one time I gave them, when I did get them back, they was giving them all types of soda, getting sick. I told you I got Soraya off of her breathing medication because I changed the diet, took all the sugar out, took all the garbage meats out and all that stuff, and she was perfectly fine. She had patches in her hair and everything. That's when I started taking pictures of her skin because I was sending it to Kamik's mother, who's a cosmetologist, and my sister, who's a dermatologist. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's not a dermatologist, she's an esthetician, and they was telling me how to get Soraya's skin better because they had eczema and all that crazy stuff because their mother had psoriasis.
Okay.
So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna request. I'm gonna email it to you, but I'm requesting the report when there was a report on the Crows about that because I remember you told me that. Like, I was looking into allegations that they were spanking the kids. Later on, it came up. I forgot how the ending result was, but I'm like,
I don't remember, so I'll have to go back and look. You said it was 2013?
Either 2013 or 2014. I believe it's 2014. Because that's when I was getting more. And my first visit with them was 2014, January. I'll never forget. Because that's when Catherine tried to say that I was threatening her on the internet and all that crazy stupid stuff. That happened in January around the Pro Bowl. I'll never forget that. But at the same time, it's just that. Like, people don't understand that I got a problem with them calling the police on them 5 times. I never knew about that.
And it's just, you worked for Intercept. And,
right.
So you probably should kind of understand it. You worked for a group home, and they have the same protocol. So, that first they call, a lot of times they call the TFC worker out, and that's Brittany. And then from there, if it's escalating, because Brittany's supervisor is April, and I think April responded to one particular incident. He was throwing rocks at her car, and he took the trash can and flipped it over. And then I think it was that same incident that he hid. So, he ran away, but he hid, in the next door. They couldn't find him. And so when it gets to, a certain level, it is, their protocol. And we tried to explain that to Rasan, that, it's for his safety and it's for everybody else's safety. You can't be kicking and hitting and, can't be doing that to anybody else or yourself. But I know that the police, in general, they're supposed to be, a positive thing, a good thing, there to protect you. But, I can see that it can be scary.
No, my sister don't like the police. And you're going to understand why. Because they look at the police as being trouble. Because of the simple fact of what the police have done. What they do. What they say. How they react to certain situations. So they'll ask me. They used to learn this in daycare. And then they'll ask me. Because one of the kids, both of their parents were police officers. You know what they told them? When kids be bad like yo, we take you to jail. when I went to pick them up from daycare, that's where I got them from Once Upon a Child. No, not Once Upon a Child. What's that? Child Time. I got them out of Child Time. Because the two officers, the female officer and the male officer, they both were detectives from Chesterfield. They told them that they send kids like him and Xavier to jail. So I approached the two officers. Like, why would you tell them that? Why are you telling them that? So they cannot. So when my son thinking about the police, he's thinking about those two police officers with the guns that came they come to daycare like that told them that. That's why I took them back. Yeah, they was parents. So that's why I took them out of there and went to a different daycare. Because of that.
One time they witnessed their mom. Their mom was out in front of the daycare and she was in the middle of the road. And police had to be called out for that too.
When was this?
I don't know. Holly was telling me about it.
Oh, I don't remember.
It was when she was involved.
I don't know. I don't know about none of this stuff. Because, first of all, Soraya was too young to remember this. And I think Xavier and Rasun probably was like 3, maybe 4 years old. So by the time I got them back, and the reason why Rasun is acting like that, because the first thing he told me when I finally got my phone visitation, like, Dad, you promised us we'll never come there again. Because that was the quickest snatch up I ever seen in my life. I got arrested on Saturday, and they was back in the Crow's house by Monday. It was almost like
it happened both in December. So the first removal was December, and the second removal was December. So and it's around his birthday, right?
It was right. His birthday was on the 1st. I have a message, a voice message when he asked me, begged me, yo, please, Dad, could we just stay with Mom? All of them, all 3 of them. Could we stay? I still got the message. Could we stay with Mom until just for my birthday? Mm-hmm. I was like, but she said I'm gonna bring them back on Saturday. This is Friday. I said, all right. Saturday I was gone. That's when they took me. They came and got me on Saturday. On that Saturday. But the thing about the whole situation is, and because when I spoke to the therapist, Miss McKinnon, the director, she said things are being said. I said, you keep on saying things are being said. What specific things are being said for visitation for y'all to even recommend that? Because I said, y'all never spoke to me, period. And in the court of law, it says that you have even in the Virginia State Constitution, you have the right to face your accuser. If you're accusing me, if my son said I did something, or I supposed to have did something to warrant them to write a recommendation like that, they have to confront me and to tell me exactly. This is the state constitution. They have to confront me to tell me exactly what I did. That's in the DSS policy to restrict me from visitation. And they have not done that. They just said at this time from reports, and in one of the reports, it said it came from the foster mom, along with what the children were saying. But nobody's saying what they said. But the therapist. So, and then what she told me is, y'all do not have to go with their recommendation.
Yeah, and we don't. I mean, it's left in the discretion of the department. Visitation is left in our discretion. But, you know, we typically, I mean, I'm not going to try to say it's 100% because nothing's ever 100%, but follow the recommendations of the children's therapist because we're not those professionals. We're not the ones sitting in therapy with them. I mean, I can tell you that the kids have reported that they're scared of you, that Soraya talks about you spanking her with a belt, that, you know, they'll say that they don't want to go home, they don't want to go home with, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, that they don't want to be placed with you, they don't want to be placed with their mom, that they don't want to go with your grandma. Like, they've said all those things.
Who they said it to?
I'm not in therapy, though. I don't know 100% of
that's what I'm saying. You get this from the therapist. And then DSS handbook said if they are to say anything, they're supposed to be electronically recorded. Because that's not what they say. Because when I talked to
therapy,
yeah, when I talked to Rasun, right, and I told him, I said he said we're not saying that. We asked him about our mom and dad all the time, and our grandmother all the time. See, that's what I'm saying.
And I don't, you know, they don't want to. He doesn't want to hurt your feelings. He doesn't want to hurt, you know, he doesn't. They, and I mean, therapy, therapy too, like, is supposed to be confidential. A lot of it is supposed to be client-therapist confidentiality, except for when it, gets to the point of safety, or, you got to file a child protective services complaint or something like that, or you got to follow up with something. And I get some information, about their therapy sessions, because we're the guardian, but, and we just follow their recommendations as far as visitation and any kind of contact. I mean,
but y'all don't even know what they're saying is true. Y'all just going off of what they're saying.
Why the therapist would lie, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, so that means so Rasun and them is saying this. So that means that Mrs. Crow and them didn't feed Rasun. That's why he did that. But that's exactly what he told me. And you can ask, I think her name was Miss.
I believe that Rasun probably did not eat breakfast. I mean, he didn't eat breakfast that morning because he wanted cheese on his eggs and he threw a tantrum.
That's not what he told me.
And he probably missed lunch too because it was a lot of, trying to de-escalate him, and then he moved, to a respite placement. So probably by the time that he got to his respite placement, he probably was hungry.
But that's not what he told me. He said, Dad, I can't eat certain things because I get sick, and I don't want to be sick no more. And I keep on telling him that I can't eat. He's the reason why everybody became a vegan, right? That's one of the reasons. And the other reason was the religious side. They're not even supposed to eat that type of stuff. And then, like, the foster care parents on about, Xavier was clutched in the corner because he said he didn't want to go home with his dad. Like, that's not what he told me on the phone. I said, why are you on medication? He said, they said I needed to focus. I said, but you was getting good grades before you even on medication. So he asked him on the phone, why am I on medication? That's the last time I spoke to them. And then my mother also told me about what happened when that Brittany female kept on asking them, do you like it here? He got mad and said, why you keep on asking me that? They coercing them to say certain things. You don't know about it because you only do a report. I don't know about it because I only get a chance to talk to them. Because I remember one time when they was acting out in the car, I told them to sit down and be easy, and the mother was like, Renita was like, that's all he has to say and they listen? I'm their parent. That's how I'm supposed to be. What are you talking about? Like, of course they don't listen to me because I'm their father. So for them to sit back and say that, they said this and they said that in court they're not going to believe that. If we went to trial right now and they said that, they said this and they said that, no one is talking to, they haven't spoken to me because they don't even know what my discipline is. My discipline is them putting their hands in the air or straight out in a corner. I got that from a parenting class. Then they haven't talked to the grandmother. They haven't, and they're saying they're talking to their kids in private, and they're going and report it back to you. But they're getting a report from the foster mom too. But there was no report.
We're talking about CASA?
No. They're getting a report from the therapist. You're getting a report from the therapist, right? Then the therapist is getting another report from the foster mom, not Bobby Crow, Renita Crow. And they pointed that out. So now it's like, but no one sees the interactions between me and them. Nobody has seen that. Because that's not what they're saying. So if they didn't want to go with their grandmother from when y'all had to visit, then Soraya would never had acted like that. Because a child who does not want to go with somebody because they're scared of them, I mean, like, I'm 6'3".
Oh, you're talking about when your mom came to Stscey Pizza?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, she had a meltdown. She wanted some more time with her grandma, yeah. And after speaking with her some more, she thought that she could go back in and play games. That if she got to stay with her grandma, that she could go back in and play games. I'm not saying they don't love their grandma, they don't love y'all, and they don't want to see y'all, but I mean, we had a treatment meeting that your mom participated in last week, and I hated it for your mom to hear it, but at the end of the treatment team meeting, Xavier was like, I don't know how exactly he put it, but he said, tell them I don't want to go. And we're like, tell who? And he's like, the judge. Tell the judge that I don't want to leave here. And then we redirected him and said that that's not what this meeting's for. We're going over your goals.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
Did your mom not hear that? Did she
Nah.
tell you about that?
Nah, I never heard that.
Yeah. And maybe she didn't hear. I mean, she was, we had her participating on speakerphone to go over Soraya and Xavier's goals.
But the paint you pick, the picture you painting to me is that they hate us so much, right?
I'm saying they hate you.
No,
your mom, dad, and grandma.
I'm giving you the picture that you painting. That we're so horrible as people, right? That they don't even want to be around us at all, period. This is the pitch you painting. But when we speak to them, it's a whole different ball game. If that was the case, then I'm trying to figure out why Soraya cries every time she talks to me, talking about she want to see her dad. She even told me she was going to tell you I want to see my daddy. So did Xavier. So did my son. They wanted to speak to you, per se.
Okay.
I'm not, see, the picture that you're painting, that you're giving me, is a completely opposite. So everybody's believing the children when it's against us. But when I say something that they say, oh no, that's not true. They love it over there. It's fine over there. You cannot love something over there if they're calling the police. And the last time they called the police on my son was in October. So now he's scared. He's removed from his situation to a different type of situation. So now he wants somebody to get him back. So he's going to try anything in his power to be around his siblings. Because he's already stripped from talking to his mother and father. He don't talk to his grandmother. So now to him, he's like, don't nobody want me. And that's what the Department of Social Services is creating. They're creating this atmosphere that your parents is not good enough, and these people over here are good enough for you. Because they buy you any and everything, and they let you get away with any and everything. Because I just got an email that Xavier spazzed out in school and would not eat his lunch. He's starting to act out because he don't like his situation. I get all them emails. I'm like, see, but I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy.
But, Eric, you can, take responsibility for for at least some of the things that you have done to contribute to them being in foster care.
Okay, responsibility of what? Let's go to the facts. I could have had Emily arrested because she crashed into my car, and to protect herself, because she is white, she called 911 and said she was scared. I said, scared of what? The officer there, he said, yo, Sard, her car crashed into his. That's on her. They got a rule in Virginia saying found too close behind because she broke the yellow line. But being that she called 911, and I have the recording. They gave it to me. I got the recording when I got out. I requested the recording. They was like, is he hurting you? She said, no. Does he have a weapon? She said, no. She said, so ma'am, then what is he doing? She said, he's behind me. He said, then they asked her, but you said you just got into an accident. She said, yeah, I hit the back of his car. He said, so how is he behind you? You hit the back of his car. It's right there. It was in there. It was right there. I have the paperwork. So it's not me putting responsibility. So I said, what are y'all arresting me for? Oh, you know what the Attorney General did, or not Attorney General, the Commonwealth Attorney did. They dropped it, and then they redid it, say, attendant malicious wounded, knowing that I have a criminal background that was going to keep me in there. He knew this. Because you know what he said to Erica Battle, that was my lawyer? Oh, I know he's going to beat it anyway because he didn't do nothing, but I'm going to make him go through it anyway. That's exactly what she told me. So I already knew he was going to do that. And that's why she said you're already on bond, so you don't have nothing to worry about. But they denied my bond because of him. But that's why the first court date in January, they was like, we're going to drop the attempted malicious wounded because it wasn't on attempted malicious wounded. I said, so why y'all got me here for this? And when it was a hit and run, my lawyer said, Russell Bowles said, if you go to trial, they're gonna arrest Emily because she's the one who ran into you. Hit and run, you have to be the perpetrator. So they gave me 6 months for breaking a young line. So I passed her. I'm like, what? I can't even prove that. I can't even prove it. So instead of taking the chance, because I took a jury trial. So everybody saying, what did I do? How did I even know she was there? Because she called me out there, told me to meet her there. I didn't even know where she was at. That's why everybody's saying, take responsibility to what? It's a difference. If I would have got out of the car, argued with her, grabbed her up, smacked her up, punched her, did anything, that's not the case here. That's not the case. Because my lawyer asked her, why didn't you just stop and leave? She said, I don't know. So she just get free from all of this. But everybody blame me because I'm easy to blame because I have a criminal past. It's easy to blame somebody when they got a criminal past. It's simple. And it's not like I don't have the paperwork to prove this. You can't blame somebody who is not to be blamed. I have the pictures. I can send you the pictures. Because that's like if I crash into your car and they arrest you for a hit and run. You're going to look at them like they crazy. I'm like, yo, what you mean hit and run? How? When this person hit me and I didn't run away. I didn't go anywhere. You didn't stop immediately. Yeah, but I couldn't stop immediately because it's a one-way street and it was cars behind me. So and the law says you have to stop close as possible to not clog up traffic, and which is exactly what happened. And I still got arrested. And the officer told me, he said, the only reason why you're going to get arrested is because of your criminal past. That's why they gave me a bond. They gave me a bond so because they already knew, like, yo, you didn't even crash into her. The officer came in there and said that. In the magistrate office. He did not crash into her. She crashed into him. And I have the pictures, I have the report, and I have the 911 calls. When the guy was like this, somebody in a gray car hit a guy in a white car, and it went on two wheels, and it almost landed on the guy in the white car. I was in the white car. He explained the whole thing. That's why they didn't want to go to trial. They did not want to go to trial with that. Because Emily would have been found as a guilty one. And I have this. So everybody saying like, yo, I'm not at fault. Look, when it happened with me and Catherine, yeah, I was like, I ain't gonna fight that. But this time, nah, that wasn't me. That was not. And Emily's mother told me that. She said, I know my daughter started all this. I know it. So I was like, wow. So they know how she is.
Are y'all still together?
Of course not. Because you know what? When I
She was seeing you in jail, and I thought y'all were living together when you got out.
No, we was living together until I found out that when y'all asked her, did she want to take the kids, she said no.
Oh, yeah. She said because of her work schedule and stuff, she couldn't.
So I was like, so you mean to tell me that we come in this as one, things go south one time, first time ever, and we talking about in 6 years, and then you just send my kids to foster care? I love my kids way more than I love her. I can't look past that. So I don't mess with her. Nah.
She's gotten her name off the custody order like months prior, right?
Yeah, that's because her sister had brain surgery and her dad about to die, so she's dealing with that. So like, I mean, like, that's just when I saw that and I read it to her, she said, but my work. I said, but your work what? Your sister said that she would help. Her sister said that. But her sister didn't have no job. And I said, you just let them freely go into foster care. And they asked you. So I said, nah, I can't look at you the same way. And that's why that was the end of me on right there. This is what? November, December? Cause I had the paper, but I never read it. Cause I ain't feel I need to. It was towards the, like, I think the first page. But I had the paper, they gave it to me in Riverside, but I never read it. Cause I was dealing with with my court case. And the plan and the goal was they was gonna go with my mom because I was in jail. So when I came home and I was just sitting down reading, I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That's what I get for not reading it. Because I had it before, so I already knew what it was, so I ain't bothered to read it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she did. I'm not going to forgive. No, that's why I was like, that's why I want to know if it was Yusef. And you know, said, no, it wasn't Yusef. I was like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
But those are all allegations. Those are all allegations. And them saying like they don't want to go there. I mean, of course, they're buying them toys and they're going to eat this crazy stuff, but they still be acting up. Because Kamik told me, he said, Soraya will not listen. She will not listen. Crawling on the floor, yelling, talking back. Soraya was never like that. Never, ever. Because when we used to go to the store, I was like, y'all know the deal. There's no running around, no grabbing stuff. Nobody likes a disruptive kid. Especially when you got a bunch of them yanking stuff off the shelf. So I had more order with them. It was more order, so they were going there.
You're a big guy with a deep voice.
Yeah,
If I was a kid, I think I'd listen too.
So, but that's just how my voice is. And I mean, I can't help that. They told me they scared, but scared of what? I'm not gonna beat y'all. Like, you know how many times I had to go and pick up Xavier from school and from daycare and miss days of work because he was acting out because he just wanted to be around me. Now all of a sudden he can't stand to be around me. I mean, it got to the point that I was like, yo, listen, little man. You can't be like that. I promise you be good every week, and I'll take you somewhere on the weekend. I can take him to the park so they can go and do science projects by collecting rocks. I had to promise him that just so he wouldn't act up in daycare or in school. Because Rassam was the good one in school, and Xavier used to act out in school. That's why I used to have to go to school with him. But now all of a sudden, all these reports talking about.
What email did you get about Xavier? He didn't want to eat his lunch.
Nope.
Was that this week?
That was just before you called me.
Oh, he didn't want to eat his lunch today?
Yeah, and he want to talk about it. See, the thing is,
talk about it?
The thing is with Xavier, see,
because he's been doing really well in school. We haven't had any issues. At least that's what's been reported to me.
Yeah, but he been doing stuff because they're sending because I'm in the system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the system under Xavier's name. He's been doing some things. He's been doing some stuff. Of course, they're not going to tell you everything.
Well, no, I know I'm not going to know 100%, but I was told that, that I guess maybe compared to last year, too. Last year, I mean, he's doing a whole lot better. And, there wasn't, the behavioral issues, and academically, he's doing well.
See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and the thing is, it's like just like me. I tell my mother that all the time. I say, you know why I'm like how I am? I never had a father. So you tell a kid, this is your dad, but we ripping you away from him. But everybody expect my son and Xavier, even Soraya, to act normal.
No, we're not. Kids in foster care have been through a lot of trauma. They do not expect them to act normal.
But when they
been through a lot.
But then it's like, oh, they said this about you and they said that about you. So then when I go to the funny thing, when I go to the therapist, they said, oh, we want to do a supervised visitation to see how they interact with y'all. I said, all right, I need you to write that and send it to Stscey because they saying that, oh no, it's not us, it's them. I said, okay, so why you can't just write the letter and send it to her? You ain't got to give me a copy, or just give me a copy and I'll give it to her and I'll email it to her. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, they vanished. Oh, they're never in the office. They're always on vacation. So I wrote them up. Next thing you know, all this stuff come out. After I write them up, after I write a call licensure on them and everything, now all of a sudden these allegations come up now. And I was like, oh, now we doing this. So before when I was doing it, nobody was talking about this. Now all of a sudden they don't want to be around me. They don't like this. They don't like that. And now everybody.
That is being reported to Rassan's therapist. So it's Rassan's therapist at Bridges because he's doing sibling therapy. Because they're all having therapy sessions together. But I have another meeting to get to. But if you have any follow-up questions, you can put them in an email or anything that you want me to know. You can put it in an email and reach me, or I can call you back.
I'm gonna email you a request for that report that they had on the Crows back in 2014.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just have to dig through it and see about finding that.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.